Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna. So chapter 2 till now, what we saw, that Krishna became the chariot driver for Arjuna, and then he took the chariot in the middle. And now Arjuna is confused, right? Arjuna is having he says 5 reasons not to fight. What are they? It's a brainstorming session. Anybody can unmute and say. What are the 5 reasons Arjuna say that I'm not ready to fight Krishna?
Hare Krishna.
Compassion,
Compassion,
fear of sinful reaction,
No
Yes.
enjoyment.
No enjoyment.
no enjoyment,
Destruction of
Yes.
family tradition.
destruction of family
And,
tradition, and
family
indecision.
tradition,
Indecision.
indecision.
Indecisiveness.
Yes. So did Krishna
Virtue of women and the family, Mataji.
Yes. So did Krishna speak in chapter 1?
Yes.
Yes.
Once, yes.
Indirect
One
effect.
time.
And all the
Pasya,
army.
Pasya Kuruniti.
Which sloka?
1.25.
25.
Yeah, 1.25. So he says that just behold, right? Just see who all have come to fight. So why did Arjuna want to park the chariot in the middle itself, not on the sides? Why?
Want to
particularly in the
estimate,
middle?
you want to
Who has come to test
And he want to
the
take a
capability
full
of
view
the
of the
army,
army.
both the
To
army.
estimate the strength. So because of that, then he will have.
He knows how to fight.
Yes. So he knows that he can gain the strength, right? So we saw these are the 5 reasons for lamenting, right? Arjuna had these 5 reasons for lamenting, that he is like compassion. He was thinking like, how can I fight with my cousins? How can I kill my cousins? No enjoyment. Like after killing my cousins, how will I enjoy? Like after getting the battle, winning the battle, how will I enjoy? So sinful reaction, killing my guru, Dronacharya, greatest sin. And destruction of the dynasty, there is Varna Shankara, mixing of the population, and indecision. He is not able to decide whether should I fight or not. Yes, Siddharth Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I just thought, I mean, I'll take maybe 1 second. So
Yes,
this five reasons is in the form of an acronym called comedies. COMEDIS.
Yeah.
Compassion, enjoyment, distraction, indecision, and sinful reaction. Hare Krishna.
Oh, very nice. That is good.
Comedies.
Yeah.
COM for compassion, E for
compassion.
enjoyment, D
Yes.
for distraction or dynasty, I for indecision, and S for sinful reaction. Comedies.
That is nice actually to remember. Very easy to remember. Yeah, nice. Okay, so all of you can note that Prabhu have said that a short form to remember the 5 reasons for lamentation. So now Krishna is going to give the reply. Okay, that is in the second chapter from the beginning. Krishna is going to give the reply. So all glory Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this contents of Bhagavad Gita summarized, that is, yeah, so that is chapter 2. Chapter 2 is basically about the Gita Sara. The whole Gita is summarized in chapter 2 because Krishna speaks about soul in this sloka, right? So now in sloka 1, Krishna is going to, this chapter is a little big, so we might take extra classes, extra sessions to complete. Rest of the chapter, from chapter 3 onwards, we can go fast, but then chapter 2 has to be understood in a very, very serious way, because this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. The first chapter in Bhagavad Gita is to understand that we are not this body, we are spirit soul. So that is you all have finished level 1, level 2 course, or you know some overview of Bhagavad Gita. So that's why I'm just saying it together. So contents of Gita summary. Sanjaya Uvacha Tam Tada Kripayavishtam Ashru Purna Kulekshanam Vishidhantam idam vakyam vacha madhusudanaha. So Sanjay is saying that why Sanjay is able to see what is happening in the battlefield or here?
Because he has got the divine eyes.
Why?
By Lord Vyasadeva.
He is the disciple of Vyasadeva. So because of Vyasadeva, he got the special blessing that Sanjay is the disciple of Vyasadeva, Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa, and because of that, he is able to see or hear things happening. So seeing Arjuna full of compassion and very sorrowful, his eyes brimming with tears, Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words. So why is Krishna called Madhusudana? So from now I'll take raised hands. You can just raise your digital hand. You can unmute. Yes, Shraddha Prabhu. Snigdha Mataji.
He killed the demon Madhu, so he called Madhusudan.
Okay, why specifically Madhusudan in this verse? Yes, Prabhu. That Prabhu. Why Madhusudan in this particular verse? Oh, Pooja, you're not able to unmute. Pooja Mataji.
Yes, I'm able to.
Yes,
Because,
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sadhu Pranam. Because the
Yeah, yeah.
indecisiveness and whatever the demon-like thoughts Arjun had is in his mind, which were making him indecisive, and he has to really kill them by understanding the correct thing. Yes, Hare Krishna.
So the demons are compared to the doubts. Okay, the demons are compared to the doubts. So Krishna have killed so many demons, including Madhu demon. So Krishna called the name Keshava also because he killed the Keshi demon. So Madhusudana in the sense because he killed the demon Madhu. And why this particular name is used? Because Krishna have killed so many demons, and the doubts are like demons in Arjuna's mind. So Arjuna is like, you are already the killer of the demons, right? You are Murari. Ari means enemy and Mura demon. So you have killed so many demons, including Madhu demon. So why don't you kill the demon like doubts in my mind? So the word Madhusudana is significant in the verse because Lord Krishna killed the demon Madhu, and now Arjuna wanted Krishna to kill the demon of misunderstanding that has overtaken him in the discharge of his duty. He is not able to do his duty properly because of all these doubts and misunderstanding. So Sri Bhagavan Vaja Kudastam Kashmalam Itam Vishame Samupastitam Anarya Jishtamashvargyam Akriti Karamarjuna. So what is Krishna replying for that? The Supreme Personality of God Bhagavan said, Sri Bhagavan Vaja, my dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the progressive value of life. They do not lead you to higher planets but to infamy. So why is Krishna called Bhagavan? Mamta Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Why is Krishna called Bhagavan? Jyoti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, because he got 6 opulences: Aishwarya, knowledge,
Very
Vaira.
nice. Yes. So all the 6 opulences are in full with Krishna. You should not say Aishwarya Jnana. It's all Aishwarya. Okay. All knowledge, all strength, all beauty, all faith. Everything is in Krishna. 100%. Aishwarya se Veera se Yashasya Jnana Vairagya. So everything, detached form also is there in Krishna. Okay. So when you say Aishwarya Bhav, which incarnation of the Lord came in as example for Aishwarya? Now the beauty. Anybody can unmute and say.
Krishna.
No, avatar. Krishna is Swayam Avatari. He has all these 6 opulence in full. But particularly
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Avatari, Swayam Krishna. So he also have 6 opulences. Avatar, incarnation.
Rama.
Lord Ram, good. Lord Ram. Then Vamanadev. Okay. Okay, so that is beauty. Knowledge. Yes, Raman Prabhu.
Parashurama.
Vyasdeva.
Parashuram can be for strength.
Parasar Muni.
Okay, Parashar Muni. And then what about, yes. So Vyasdev, yes, Vyasdev is full of for knowledge. And also Kapila Dev. All these are incarnation of the Lord itself, Lord Kapila. So renouncing. Rare example it is.
Lord Ram.
Lord Ram was a Grihastha.
Buddha.
He just went.
Lord Buddha, Keshavrita Buddha Sharira.
Lord Buddha.
Sukamani Mataji.
Shukadev Goswami is not an incarnation of Krishna. He's a devotee. He's
Right.
not coming under. Okay, what about Narayana Rishi? Narayana Rishi was for renouncement. Strength, all strength. One is Parashurama. Who else?
Lord Rama also, na Mataji?
Okay, Lord Ram in that bow and that you can say that instance.
Narasimha.
Narasimha, full power, right? Narasimha, so much of strength. So fame, you can say, like almost all the avatars was famous. So these are Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan has all these 6 opulence in full. Narayana Rishi is renounced, but they may not be having beauty. Lord Ram is beautiful, is more strength and everything, but he may not have, okay, Lord Ram have almost all the qualities, but then if you take any other example, Vamanadev, right? So different knowledge is lacking. So little. Not everything, because we use the Swayam Bhagavan, but 100% is there in Bhagavan Krishna, and he himself has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the proof that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna?
Mataji,
Krishna
Bhagavatam,
Krishna,
it is said.
Bhagavatam, very good. Yes, from Shastra. We need to take from Shastra, Balaji Prabhu. Yes. Sri Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sanko Pangastra Parshatam Yatnye Sangirtana Praye Yachanti Hi Sumedasa. So that shows that Krishna Varnam Tusha A Krishnam. Yes, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is the practical proof? Mitra
He
Mataji.
became ecstatic in Jagannath temple.
That's fine. That even a devotee can become. Mitra
Mataji,
Mataji.
he showed himself in the
He has,
four-handed form, Mataji,
Manushi,
to his
Manushi.
he was
disciples.
seen with all the qualities which is as per
Four-handed, almost close. You're almost close.
Four-handed form, Mataji, he revealed himself.
Almost close. You're just few steps away
And
from
even
your
the Sudarshan Chakra, the
That's
Jagai
okay.
Navai.
That even Paundraga had Sudarshan Chakra, who had
He
to
has
imitate.
he has 600 form. That's
That is
one.
Shadbhuja, more than that. One more. He showed to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya this 600 form. That's fine. What is that which only Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan can do, which many avatar didn't do? Lord Ram didn't do, Lord Narasimhadev didn't do. Only Krishna did. And that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. Hooray. How can you miss this?
Holy name, Mataji, and
He
Bhagavad
gave,
Gita
he gave,
is preaching.
he gave
Leela,
the love
Mataji.
of Godhead. He
Leela.
gave the love of Godhead.
Can deliver the fallen souls.
Love of Godhead only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could give. Krishna could not give love of Godhead. Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradisharava. Namo Mahavatanya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us love of Godhead. That doesn't mean he's Krishna. He's a devotee form. Practical proof.
Like Krishna.
Antaric Shakti of
Mataji,
Radha.
Vishwarupa Darshana, he showed.
Vishwarupa, very nice. He showed the Vishwarup. Only God can show you Vishwarup or Avatari. Lord Ram could not show Vishwarup. Lord Buddha could not show. Malsya, Kurma, Varaha, nobody, Narasimhadev, nobody could show the universal form. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed the universal form to Advaita Acharya in Mahaprakash Leela, which proves he's not different from Krishna. He's Avatari. He's not an avatar. He's Krishna himself. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. There's no difference between Krishna and Radharani and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Both are same. The practical proof is Vishwarupa, or universal form, can be displayed only by Avatari Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. So I'm going somewhere and all. So here Krishna is saying that how this impurity has come in your head, Arjuna, because he is supposed to be the best among Kshatriya. Right? So how can this happen? So you know the differences, right? The three features of the Lord. Vadanti tattvavidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavanedi shabdite. The three forms of realizing Krishna, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the highest realization. Why? Either you put in the chat or you can raise a digital hand. Why is said that Bhagavan is the final realization or the ultimate realization, not Brahman and Paramatma? Okay, what's the analogy discussed in this chapter, this verse? It's compared to what?
it is
Sun,
equivalent to
Analogy of the
entering into
sun.
the sun planet.
Sun, right? Yeah. So you should know all the analogies. Okay, Bhakti Shastri means your closed book question will be mainly concentrated on the analogies, different examples. What is the analogy in the chapter 1 we saw? Only one analogy in chapter 1.
Removing the weeds, Mataji.
Weeds from the paddy field. Very good. So weeds are compared to the Kauravas and the paddies are the Pandavas, and how we remove the weeds from the paddy field. Similarly, Krishna want to wipe away all the non-demon, the demons from the battlefield. Okay, this sun example, yes, sun disk, sunlight, sun disk, and sun globe. That's fine. But why is Bhagavan realization the ultimate? Why is not Brahman and Paramatma the supreme? Nobody knows.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Ah.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. See, the sun analogy, why it has given means that sun rays and sun disk and studying of sun. So ultimately, if we study only the sun disk and sun rays, we are not reaching the Bhagavan. If you know entire about sun, it's like Bhagavan features we are understanding, Mataji. So that's a comparison why they have given.
Oh no, comparison is fine. I'm asking why Bhagavan is the ultimate.
Bhagavan is
Yeah,
ultimate,
Brahma
Mataji,
is the
He
because
got
effulgence.
all opulences, Mataji. He's
all
incomplete.
opulences,
Like,
that is one reason, because Brahman and Paramatma doesn't have all the 6
yeah,
opulences.
yeah,
Okay, then
yes.
And Brahma
It's
is
the
the
absolute
effulgence
truth.
of the Bhagavan.
the
yes,
devotional relationship, which is the
yes,
constitution between a devotee and Lord Krishna, that
very
is
good.
only possible in the
Sambandha
Bhagavan
can.
form.
Yes. So you can't love Brahman. Can you love light, and can it reciprocate? Even Paramatma, you can't have this relationship with the Paramatma. But
Relationship.
Krishna, you can have the Shanta, Dasi, Sakya, Valsalya, Madhurya. You can reciprocate. Krishna reciprocates to the devotee. The devotional exchange of rasa or bhava is possible only with Bhagavan. And because of that, there's a personal relationship. Okay, how long you'll keep loving a stone? You can't keep loving a stone. But you love a dog in your house or a cat in a house because it's living. You can't keep looking at a fan for a long time. But you look, the fishes in the aquarium. Why? There is a soul in it, spark in it. But fan is also moving, the fishes are moving. But what is the difference? That spark, that soul, right? So it is very important that we have a relationship with a person. There is a personal relationship with Bhagavan or Krishna. And he's Satchit Ananda. As Mother said, the absolute truth in the sense he's Satchit Ananda. Brahman is only Sat. Paramatma is Sat and Chit, but Bhagavan is Satchit Ananda feature of the Lord, which is a personal feature. That's personal relationship with the devotee and Krishna, and because of that, that's the highest. So in in this first 3 slokas, Lord Krishna is chastising Arjuna, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, lamentation, and his eyes full of tears. Lord Madhusudana is saying that Krishna is called Madhusudana because he killed the demon Madhu, okay? Because the demon of misunderstanding should be killed. And then here it says that Bhagavan is one who possesses all the riches. See, all word has to be used. You should not say riches, strength, fame, beauty. No, all. 100%. 100%. That's why a rich man cannot attract Krishna, because Krishna is more richer than everyone. Lakshmi Sahasra Sada Sambrahma Sevyam, and thousands of Lakshmis are serving Krishna. All strength. At the age of 7, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. Just imagine 7 days and 7 nights at that age. And all fame, even after 5,000 years of the Kurukshetra war, we are still discussing about Krishna. All beauty, Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobha, thousands of cupids attract Krishna, right? And all knowledge, right? The Vedesha Sarverahamaya Vedyam, Vedanta Krit Veda Videvachaham. As Vyas Dev, he compiled all the Vedas. And renunciation, the best renounced Naranara and Rishi. So in that, Lord Buddha, in that way, he has all the full opulences, and only Krishna can claim this. It's concluded in Brahma Samhita that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradira Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He's the cause of all cause. Okay, and here somebody's called as Aryan. Aryan is one who knows the value of life and has civilization based on spiritual values and get liberated from the material bondage. Okay, so after that, the Lord is again chastising Krishna, Arjuna, saying that Klaivyam Masmagama Pata Naitat Datyade Shudram Hridaya Daurbalyam Tekto Viktishta Parantapa. Shudram Hridaya Daurbalyam. How did this miserly weakness come unto you? It was son of Pratha. Do not yield in this regarding degrading importance. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise or chastise of enemy. Okay, so here he is saying that this is just weakness of your heart. So here Arjuna is addressed as 2 names, Pritha, right? Why? And then also as Bharata also somewhere written. But here why is he described as Pritha, son of Pritha? I mean, why is
He
Because
he?
is the son of Krishna's
Kunti's
aunt,
name, original
Kunti,
name was.
who is also called Pritha.
Because he's son of
Arjuna is called Partha, right? Pritha is Kunti Maharani. Yes. Mausami Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sangat Pranam. Mataji, here say that son of Pritha, because Krishna want to say that Pritha means your mom, like she is my bua, she is my in relationship.
Oh,
And
like that.
you are,
Yes.
yeah, you are son of Pritha, you are son of my relatives. And
Yes.
how can you so, degrading and
impurity come on you. So yes, so in that way that he is saying that his relationship, yes, as Madhuri said about the aunt, yes, so that relationship is telling, and he's saying that how did this miserly weakness come upon you? Okay. So for that, Arjuna replies, Arjuna Uvaja, Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhe Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubi Pradityami Jah Ari Sudana. Ari means what? Ari.
Ari is
Sabtu,
Satru.
enemy.
Yeah,
Enemy.
enemy. Enemy. So Arjuna is saying, "O killer of Madhu, Krishna, how can I counterattack with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona, who are worth of my worship?" So Dronacharya is the teacher, right, of Arjuna. So how can he fight against? So he is speaking on bodily concept now. Okay, he's not speaking on a in Krishna conscious way. He's just speaking on the bodily concept. So now Krishna had to speak. Krishna was a good listener till now. Krishna kept on listening. That's the quality of a guru. Kept on listening. And now he'll give transcendental minds after that. Gurun ahatvahi mahanubhavan shreyo voktam vaikshyam apiha loke hatvarta kamam stu gurun ihaiva munjiya bhogan rutira pradiktan. It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers, even though they are avaricious. If they are killed, as spoils will be tainted with blood. So he's saying that if they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. So he's saying that there's no enjoyment for me. And how can I live, with the cost of killing my own teachers, Dronacharya? So it's like Guru Hatya. He don't want that to happen. We already know that Indra and all had Guru Hatya, and later on he suffered so much because of that, right? So he is like, because Drona and why was Drona and Bhishmacharya supporting Duryodhan?
Because they were
Mataji,
taking
because
salary.
they were they were his servants. They were paid for by them.
I take raised hands because so many answers are coming. I want new devotees to speak up. It's the same devotees speaking all the time. Some are very silent in the class. I don't want anyone to be silent. Can you please open up? Yes. You can type in the chat. Yes, Neeta Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, because they were financially dependent on Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra.
Yeah, because of the financial assistance. And also, what are the other reasons according to chapter 1? Why Duryodhana was so confident that Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya is going to support him? Raghunath Prabhu.
They never gave any words against when Pandavas are disturbed. They never any spoke anything against.
Especially during what time? Yes, when Pandavas were disturbed at what incidents? 2 places, no?
One at Juda Sabha.
Yeah. So that was during Draupadi, right? When Draupadi
Yes.
was disrobed in the Sabha. Yes, Madhura Mataji, any other place? Also during gambling match. Okay. So these 2 times, Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya kept quiet. They were not saying a word against that. So he was confident. And also they are financially dependent on assisting under them. So in that circumstances, Bhishma and Dronacharya were obliged to take the side of Duryodhana, even though they know Duryodhana is on the wrong track. Sometimes it happens, right? So that's what the sloka 5 explains. Nachaitat vidma katarano gariyo yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyo yan eva hatva na jijivishamas te avastita pramukhe dhartarashtra. Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. So now which 5 things, out of the 5 things, which factor is seen in this sloka? Put in the chat. Chat. Don't unmute. Put in the chat. Which of the 5 things? Is it compassion? How can it be compassion? It's not compassion because he is. Yes, all of you got it right. Only one wrong answer. Yes, all of you know, right? Yeah, indecision. Very good. So this is called indecision. He's like, which is better? Should I conquer them or should be conquered by them? So this is an clear indecision. He don't know whether should I. He's a Kshatriya. Kshatriya is supposed to fight in the battlefield, right? So dying in the battlefield is much glorious for them than running away from the battlefield, it is said. So Kshatriya, he's supposed to. Now he is the miserly weakness came. So this is natural actually. Because I've seen my friend who had to operate on his own relative and the hands were shivering. Definitely it happens. Or it was an anesthetist, his wife was getting operated. He could not give anesthesia because that compassion, that love and affection is there. So it's very rare we can see somebody operating in their own relative or blood relation, but very, very brave people. But then it's very that because emotionally you are connected to that person. So it's so here Arjuna is emotionally connected to his cousins and teacher, and he's having clear-cut indecision here. Asking, what should I do? Should I conquer them or should I be conquered by them? So 4 to 6 slokas is Arjuna's further doubt and confusion. He's like, how can I counteract the battlemen Bhishma and Dronacharya who are worth of my friendship? So he's saying, Ari, Adisudana, Madhusudana. Ari means the enemy, killer of the enemy, that's Madhusudana. So superiors are always respected and not to be offered even a verbal fight, even if they are sometimes harsh. So it's a general etiquette, otherwise you get Vaishnava para. So even Krishna will injure only enemies, not his own grandfather Ugrasena or his teachers Sandipani Muni. So this was again another counter which Arjuna was saying that, right? So you might fight your enemies, but you won't do anything to Ugrasena, who's your grandfather, and your teacher Sandipani. So grandfather's position is having Bhishma here for Arjuna, and teacher is Dronacharya, right? So he is giving reasons for Krishna, you never hurted your grandfather Ugrasena or your teacher Sandipani. How can I do that? You're telling me to fight against my great grandfather, who's Bhishma Dev, and also the teacher Dronacharya. So he is asking, confused here. So he's telling better to live by begging than to kill such great souls, my teachers and my superiors, though they desire worldly gains. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with their blood, the sin of killing the gurus. So a teacher who does an abominable action and has lost discrimination is too fit to be abandoned. Bhishma and Drona were obliged to take the side of Duryodhana because of financial assistance. Yet Arjuna denied killing them because of his continued accepting them as gurus. But who is the character who actually denied his guru in the Shastra? Somebody denied his guru.
Bali Maharaj.
Very good. Bali Maharaj denied Shukracharya. Why? Because Shukracharya was stopping Bali Maharaj to go to Vamanadev. When Shukracharya knew it was Vishnu who has come as Vamanadev, and he is going to call it as Urukrama. Why Vamanadev is called Urukrama? Urukrama. He's also called Upendra, but he's also called Urukrama. Uru means big, and Krama means steps. So great steps, great, Urukrama. So Vamanadev, as we know, came as a dwarf and then became so big, huge, and started taking all the heavenly planets and lower planetary system, everything. And the third one had to keep on Bali Maharaj's head. Shukracharya already knew this before. So he stopped Bali Maharaj in going to give charity. Why? Because Shukracharya is financially dependent on Bali Maharaj. And if Bali Maharaj was bankrupt, Shukracharya cannot survive. So because of that, he stopped. So that's not the responsibility of the Guru. Guru is supposed to take the disciple to Krishna, right? So Bali Maharaj rejected. So here, here it is said that a teacher who's do abominable. So there are some conditions where you can reject your guru. Very rare condition. Only when a guru does abominable actions or he fall down or he breaks the regulative principles, you can abandon the guru. So like Bali Maharaj abandoned Shukracharya, it's not wrong because Bali Maharaj, Shukracharya stopped Bali Maharaj to go to Krishna. Here, Bhishma and Dronacharya, Arjuna, Krishna says you can abandon them because they are supporting Duryodhana. That's a wrong cause, right? So now he don't know what to do. He's like, should I conquer them or being conquered? And if we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not get to live. Yet they are standing before us. So Arjuna is confused here. There is indecision here. Should I fight or should I risk unnecessarily violence? Should I refrain and live by a begging? Victory is anyway not certain. Victory is always defeat, as we cannot live happily after killing our relatives. So he's like, I'm not able to do anything. So in the 7th sloka, he surrenders to Krishna. 2.7, very important sloka. I think it's for the memorization also, right? Karpanya dosho vahada swabhava prichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta yashreyasya nishchitam bruhitam me shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. So now he is confused. He's like, what should I do about my duty? And I've lost all composure because of weakness. In this condition, I'm asking you to tell me clearly what is best for me. Now I'm your disciple and a soul surrendered to you. Please instruct me. Now Krishna starts speaking. So the disciple should be ready. This is called Diksha or initiation. When a disciple is serious, Krishna as Paramatma in his heart comes out as Guru. Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra. So we should not run behind a Guru. The Guru will come to you when you become serious. Show Krishna how serious you are in spiritual life. That Krishna will manifest as Guru. So now Arjuna is showing us by example that when we are in confusion, we are supposed to go to a guru. We should have a spiritual master, not for a fashion. But tatvidi pranipatena pariprashnena seva, to ask questions. Our Diksha gurus might be busy, but we have Shiksha gurus, right? To clear our doubts. So he is surrendering now. Shishyaste hamshadi mam tvam prabhanam. What change of rasa, bhav you can see here? Arjuna's mood is changing.
Dasya from Sakya.
From Sakya to Dasya or wonder also. Now Dasya, he's becoming Dasya here. He's saying that initially he said, Seneyor upayorma tiratam stapyame achita, achita Krishna, take my chariot. Like he was ordering like a friend. But now he is trying to become a Dasya, or in the sense a servant or a disciple of Krishna. So he's like, my surly weakness have come around me. So please save me. Nahi prapshyami Mama Panadyadat Yachokam Indriyanam Avapya Bhumau Asapatnam Radham Rajyam Suranam Apichadipatyam. So he's saying, I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to destroy it, even if I win an unrevealed kingdom on the earth with sovereignty like the kingdoms, demigods in heaven. So he's like, I'm full of grief now. I'm not able to control the senses, Indriyanam. Now what should I do? Right? I will not be able to destroy this. So please help me. So he's again pleading to Krishna. So hearing this now, so it's very important here in the sloka, in the purport, Prabhupada says the qualification of a guru. What is the qualification of the guru required according to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who can become a guru? Or what does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says of guru in sloka number 8 or 9?
One who knows all the scriptures, Mataji.
Scriptures in the sense?
Who take us to Krishna?
Fully Krishna conscious.
Krishna consciousness, very good. So, kiba vipra kibanya shudra kenanaya. Yei Krishna tattva vete sei guru haya. So he says, doesn't matter you are a Brahmana, you're a Shudra, you're a Kshatriya, Brahmana, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Yei Krishna tattva vete. If you know Krishna tattva, you know the science of Krishna consciousness, say guru haya, you can become guru. Who said this to who? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this to who? Anybody knows?
Is it Ramananda Raya?
Very nice. Haribol. Yeah. So Ramananda Rai, who is actually Krishna again, I mean Arjuna. So when Krishna came in Dwapara Yuga, there was Arjuna who was Vishaka Saki from Goloka. The same person, when Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga, Arjuna came as Ramananda Rai. Those who don't know, you can definitely read teachings of Lord Chaitanya, where there's a discussion between Ramananda Rai and Lord Chaitanya. So Ramananda Rai was a governor of Jagannath Puri, and he was Grihastha. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on the other hand, was a sannyasi and a Brahmana. So Ramananda Rai is nobody but Arjuna. So in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna spoke, Arjuna listened, and Kali Yuga, the same Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu listens, and Ramananda Rai as Arjuna's, or Arjuna as Ramananda Rai starts speaking. So Ramananda Rai is like, I can't speak about devotional service to you, Krishna, because I'm a Shudra, I am a Grihastha, you are a Brahmana. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this sloka and says, it doesn't matter who you are. You know Krishna consciousness, you can become a guru. So this is a verse for all of us. After getting Bhakti Shastri degrees, you just don't frame your certificate and keep, or just don't boss about to tell everyone that I'm Bhakti Shastri. No, the main goal of Bhakti Shastri is to make you preachers. Should all become preachers. Okay, whenever I give class to some admins and co-hosts and everyone, you know, all the students, they're like, we are not ready, Mataji. I don't know anything. I'm not ready. I'm not confident. That should go away. It should break. It should come out of that shell, because Mahaprabhu says, whoever knows about Krishna consciousness, anything, any small thing you know about chanting, you can become preachers. So Bhakti Shastri is mainly for that, and it's order. Amara Atne Guru Hana Tara Yei Desh Yare Deke Tare Kahi Krishna Upadesh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amara Atnya. This is order by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's Krishna, that he says, you should become Guru in your place. You don't have to go to Vrindavan, Mayapur or anywhere. You can be in your place and you can become a guru. So if you know Krishna Tattva, you can become a guru. So next sloka Prabhupada mentions in the purport that who can actually become a guru? Satkarma nipinavi pro mantra tantra visharada avaishnava guru nasyat vaishnava swapacho guru. Somebody is know all the shatkarmas and mantra, tantras, everything. But if he's a Vaishnava, okay, why Avaishnava guru nasyat? If he's not a Vaishnava or a devotee, he cannot become a guru. What will he teach you? If somebody is not a devotee, he will not take you to Krishna. And Vaishnava Swapacho Guru. Swapacha is a dog eater, Chandala. A Chandala, even he is a devotee, he can become a guru. So that's what the next sloka Prabhupada explains in the purport, that it's very important to become a guru or to have a guru. So Arjuna is showing us by example that we're supposed to go to a guru when we are in problem. So Sanjay is saying to Dhritarashtra after this, Sanjay Uvaja, Evam Yuktva Rishikesham Gudakesha Parantapaha Nayotsya idigo vindam ukva tushvin babuvaha. Sanjay said, having spoken thus, Arjuna chastised Rakedi, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent. So why is Krishna called Rishikesha?
Master of
He is the
senses.
controller of master.
Controller of all senses.
Okay.
Control of
And why is Arjuna called Gudakesha, Siddhartha Prabhu?
He is the conqueror of the sleep and ignorance.
Sleep and ignorance. So conquering sleep means what, Prithvi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, in sleep also he was able to think of Krishna.
Very good.
That's the real meaning of it.
Yeah, so somebody who doesn't forget Krishna even in sleep, a pure devotee, right? So why is Krishna called Govinda?
Because he knows everything, knower of everything.
So he gives pleasure to the cows.
Pleasure to
And
cows
cows also.
and senses.
Senses. So go means senses, go means cow, go means gopis, gopas. So Krishna give pleasure to the senses. So that's what Krishna is called Govinda here. Tam uvaja rishikesha prahasan iva bharata seneyorubayor madhye vishitantam idam vachaha. But instead of Bharata at that time, Krishna smiling in the midst of both the armies spoke the following words to the great stricken Arjuna. Do I have a breakout room? Yeah, we are getting to breakout room. So before that, I want here. So I want the reasons. Okay, we'll have a 2 minutes breakout room, small room. Okay, to discuss small discussion. Why Krishna actually smiled in this sloka? Why did the smiling come to Krishna? Okay, I need some few answers. I'll open breakout room. Just go quickly, come back and the answer. I guess Shravana back. Okay. So from room number 1. Oh, they are not back. Yeah, Balaji Mataji, Balaji Prabhu, Manishi Mataji, Prithvi Mataji, Ramanda Prabhu.
May I start, Mataji?
Yeah. Why Krishna was smiling?
So, Mataji, few reasons we thought about. One was very apparent, which is there in purport also, that now his friend has chosen to become his disciple and
Yes, very good.
and take the jnana. And then one was that now, so Krishna actually told the Bhagavad Gita not only for Arjuna but all of us, right? So Krishna
Yes.
was happy that he can actually deliver it now.
Yeah, very good.
And
Yes.
then one more was that till chapter 1, although Krishna being the Rishikesha was actually controlled by Arjuna's words, but now he can control Arjuna's mind and set it right. And then one more I remember from hearing somewhere that Krishna smiled that, okay, there is actually no problem as big as anything that he cannot smile, he cannot solve.
Yeah,
Smiled
that's so
for.
nice. That's a nice reason. Room number 2, Jyoti Mataji, Madhura Mataji, Mamta Mataji, Mausama, Nisha Mataji, Raghunath Prabhu. Yes, who's speaking? Any other reason apart from these? Room number 2.
No, Mataji, we have the same reasons.
Same reason.
But to told them, yes, sir.
Yes,
So he's-
Siddharth Prabhu, you want to add something?
Just one Mataji is that is 1.24.
Yeah.
In 1.24, Hrishikesha was previously controlled by the words of Arjuna out of love. And now he became the controller of Arjuna's mind again.
Yes.
And also he smiled because he suddenly become disciple.
So as
Karpan-
Balaji, yeah.
please.
Okay, nice. So as Balaji Prabhu said, yes, these were some of the reasons that yes, Krishna means Arjuna. Suddenly, it happens, no, sometimes like you meet your friend after a long time and you are expecting him to be your nice friend, but then suddenly he comes to know you are the commissioner of police, something, you are big position, that his attitude completely changes, and then you start smiling. What is this? He was my or she was my friend, and suddenly all this changes. So smile. And then yes, everything was going according to Krishna's plan. That is one of the reasons why Krishna actually smiled. Everything was happening according to Krishna's plan. So Krishna's plan was working. So Krishna smiled. Oh yes. Now, as Prabhu said, now I get a chance to speak Bhagavad Gita. If this war, Krishna could have avoided this war, but if this war didn't happen, then how will Krishna speak Bhagavad Gita? And it's for all of us, right? It's a life manual. So everything is going according to Krishna's plan. And as Prabhu said, nothing is there which Krishna cannot solve. Karma is below Krishna. The 3 modes are below Krishna. All the demigods are below Krishna. So Krishna can control everything. So there's nothing Krishna cannot solve. And yes, and he is showing how a guru should be calm and composed, right? In not getting agitated. So Krishna, and also he knew the past, present, and future. He knew everything. So there's no point in Krishna getting anxious or nothing. Vikata Kunta ide Vaikunta. In Vaikunta also there is no anxiety. So Krishna is smiling, seeing that. And also he's thinking, how can Arjuna become like this? Arjuna is supposed to be brave. He's now becoming a coward person because of all this. So all these are some of the reason why Krishna actually smiled. So Arjuna is saying that I can find no means to drive away the grief which is drying up my senses, even if I win a prosperous and unrevealed kingdom with sovereignty like that of the Devdas. So a guru has to be approached to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the solution, right? The guru has to be there. We have to approach a guru in a submissive way, in a service way. And Arjuna realized, right, that the so-called knowledge, wealth, and material comforts are useless in solving the problems of life. Therefore, he becomes disciple of Krishna as he finds no one superior to him. Snigdha Mataji, you want to add something?
Yes, Mataji. Actually, first Arjuna was very active that he will do. Then Visada, Arjuna Visada, he is in that whether I will fight. Then he decided that I will not fight. He left
Yes.
his bow. Then finally he came to that Saranagati and he told Krishna that whatever you say that I will do. So in this process, 4 things he has changed that make Krishna laugh.
Yes, very nice. Yes. So these are some of the reasons why Krishna smiled. So a guru has to, so from this lesson to be learned is we should all have a guru. So having a guru is very, very important part in our spiritual life. Without guru, we cannot go to Krishna. He's or she, the medium through which we can go back to Krishna. So Arjuna is the chastise of enemy, and he's told us Krishna is Rishikesha, and he said him as Govinda that I should not fight and fell silent. Arjuna is called Parantapa because although he was overwhelmed with grief due to family affection, because he surrendered to Krishna, the Supreme Guru, he would soon be enlightened and surely fight. So Krishna is called Rishikesha because he's the master of sense, control of senses. And because Krishna will now make Arjuna manifest his intelligence to fight, and Krishna is called Govinda, knower of everything or giving pleasure to the senses, because Krishna will make Arjuna accept his dharma to fight. Right, so these are some of the reasons mentioned. And Arjuna is qualified to receive the spiritual knowledge. What was the qualification which Arjuna had to receive the knowledge in according to chapter 1, last verse?
His friend and I
But
mean
Friend and
non-envious.
devotee comes later.
he
First
was very
chapter.
soft-hearted, Mataji.
One is Titiksha. Titiksha is one because I think that is one of his qualification.
No, you can
And
say it in English.
Titiksha is to tolerance. That's what,
Nandita Mataji, you got it right. What was it?
He was soft-hearted, Mataji, and
Kind and
compassionate.
soft-hearted. Yeah, kind and soft-hearted. So that is the reasons that is given in the first chapter, last sloka. If you see the paragraph, the purport, it's mentioned that because Arjuna was kind and soft-hearted, he is fit to receive the knowledge. And other reasons, as you all said, yes, he is a friend, devotee, Sakacheti, right? Bhaktosi Sakacheti, because he's a devotee and friend of Krishna. And also, yes, all these qualities, Titiksha, Karunika, he was tolerate towards the dualities. Shraddha, he had faith in instructions. Uparati is indifferent to enjoyment. Sama and Dhamma, controlling of the senses. All these are qualities of a Brahmana, actually. So all this was made Arjuna quite fit to get this knowledge, for spiritual knowledge, and get liberated. And then Krishna smiled and spoke to the grief-stricken Arjuna in the midst of both the armies. Lord Rishikesha smiled slightly because his friend Udakesha has chosen to become a disciple. And he suppresses his smile and once assumed the role of a guru and talked to Arjuna out of love for him. And now he became the controller of Arjuna's mind, again out of love for the benefit of Arjuna. So this again compassion shown here, that Krishna is so compassionate, it is said, Aho bagiyam stanakala kudam jam sayapyaya das asadvi, labe gadim tatvi uchitam tadonyam kambadayalim sharanam vijima. So in Bhagavatam explains, Krishna is so compassionate or so merciful that he gave the position of Dhatri or mother to whom? To Putana, Bagiyam, who gave Stana Kala Kudam, so much of poison to Krishna. Still, Krishna made her the mother. So just imagine, we don't give poison to Krishna. We give Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam. Any small tulsi or flower or any offering that is given to Krishna. Just imagine our position, because Krishna can give Putana motherly position. What about others who offer Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam to Krishna? Krishna will never forget it. Krishna is always grateful or will give the mercy to the devotees, right? So Krishna is so merciful. So who else can we go and surrender? So merciful. Krishna is so merciful. Hearing this sloka, Shukadeva Goswami actually became a devotee. He ran away to the forest, but he came back hearing the sloka. So Krishna is so merciful, and now Krishna is ready to instruct Arjuna. So from chapter 2, verse 11, Krishna gives advice. Shri Bhagavan Vaja Asoshan Anvashochas Tvam Pratyavatam Shabashase Gadasun Agadasun Shana Nishochan Vipanditaha. Blessed Lord said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor dead. Why? Why they doesn't lament? So you have raised hands. Why they don't have to lament either for the living or the dead? Why not lamenting for the living? Why not lamenting for the dead? Prithvi Mataji. I'll just give chance to
Mataji.
1 second. Because I've not heard from her. Pushti Devi Dasu Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Because nothing's happened without Krishna's energy. The Krishna actually sanctions everything. So lamenting for a happiness or a distress is not in our hand.
Yes, very good. So that means it's our karma coming back. And as you said, yes, it's the Lord who actually sanctions it. And yes, that is one way of taking it.
So the soul never dies, Mataji. There's no
good.
point. Yeah, you don't lament. Yeah.
So yeah, that is for the dead person. Like somebody, there's no death for the soul, as Mataji said. Nainam chindati shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka. So it cannot be burned or put to fire or anything. But so the soul is leaving. Actually, it's transmigration that's happening. So there's no use of lamenting for the dead. And for living, yes, as Mataji said, it's karma actually coming back. So why should we lament for the living also? If somebody is suffering in the living condition, that's because of our karma coming back, right? Yes. So this is some of the reasons why a wise man should not lament. So we just had a breakout room discussion. So we'll have a small class discussion. Identify at least 3 general principles drawn from Arjuna's dilemma and discuss how they are relevant in your practice of Krishna consciousness. So can someone explain this? 3 general principles from Arjuna's dilemma and how will it help us in practicing? Do you want a breakout room or to discuss, or you can just say, yes, Pushti Mataji, want to answer this?
It's the relationship, Mataji.
Yeah, yes.
Like how Arjuna was looking at his families, and then although he was wronged by Kauravas, but he still was thinking like as a family and he didn't want to do anything for his sense gratification. So I think in our life, sometimes we think, well, there is so much you can let go, but then sometimes you have to say no, and then you go through with that dilemma and you think like, why am I going through this? That I've experienced quite a lot,
Yes, Mataji. So that is one of the things. Yes, Siddharth Prabhu. Nandita Mataji, you can post the attendance link.
Hare Krishna. If you take the comedies, so any of the compassion, for example. So what is important is that where do I apply compassion? Compassion in general is not bad. Compassion as a quality is good. Point is where the application is important. As a quality, compassion is good. Compassion, I may have compassion, but to whom? To what? Whether I should have a compassion to the body or to the soul, to the dress or to the
So as you said, somebody is drowning in the water. So saving his dress will not help, but we should save the person, or cleaning the cage, outside cage, and the bird inside is not being fed. So yes, so that is one principle is compassion. Like how do you, and we can apply it in our Krishna consciousness in the sense that compassion can be shown to non-devotees, or in the sense innocent people, and try to bring them to Krishna consciousness, as Prabhupada did it for the hippies, and that's the reason why he went to America. To spread Krishna consciousness. All of you fill the attendance in the link, the chat. Okay, yes, Mamta Mataji or Prabhu, anything to add? Raman.
Yes, and also indecision. Indecision, we are having.
Prabhu, we'll just give chance to others. Yes, Mamta Mataji.
Sorry.
Yes, Mataji, when we cannot solve our problem, we should take the shelter of a guru and ask them.
Guru, very good. So that is another principle. So one is compassion. The second one is taking shelter of a guru. Ado Guru Ashraya. So Guru Padashraya should be taken. Yes, that is a nice point. Is Ramananda Prabhu anything else to add? Any other point, Raman?
No, Mataji added already. Thank you.
Okay, so these 2 things, yes, compassion and okay. Any other point? Siddharth Prabhu, what were you saying? Third, we need 3 principles. Yes, Prabhu.
Indecision I was saying, but anyway, that was already covered. So we can come to indecision. So whenever we are in an indecision, and most of the time in life we come to approaching the right guru is one. On enjoyment also we can think about, like what we call as enjoyment.
Yeah, yes, in the material sense or in the spiritual platform.
In the spiritual platform.
So that will help us in our growth in bhakti or devotional service. Yes. So that also will help us. Okay. I'll just take 2 more verses in the sense I want to cover the 13th sloka. Okay, we'll just Natva evam jadunasham natvam neme janatipaha nachaiva napavishyama sarve vayam atapparam. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in future shall any of us cease to be. So in this verse, what are the 2 things Arjuna is rejecting? The 2 things Krishna is rejecting, sorry. Krishna is rejecting the 2 things. He says, never was there a time when I did not exist. The first clue is there. Nor you. Nor in the future. What are the 2 things Krishna is rejecting here? Mamta Mataji.
He's saying that basically the soul doesn't die. That's what he's acting when we say that the body dies, and he's saying that nobody dies.
Soul doesn't die, that's fine. But what is the principle he is rejecting? Puja Mataji. Yes, yes.
Paramatma did not exist and the Jivatma also.
Did not exist or exist? Paramatma is...
When I did not exist and you were not. That's it.
Concept of oneness.
Balaji Prabhu.
So Arjuna was actually showing compassion to the bodies of his guru. So he is rejecting that principle.
Okay. Raghunath Prabhu.
Compassion.
Concept of oneness.
Yeah, very nice. Concept of oneness. That means the Mayavadism. Right? So what does Mayavadism say? The Mayavadis or impersonalists, what do they say? I'm God, you're God, we are all God. Or we are one and the same. Advaita philosophy says that I'm God, you're God. You know, the Daridra Narayan concept. So they know that they think that we are one. But here Krishna breaks that, say that never there was a time when I did not exist, nor you. So that we are not one, we are 2. Arjuna, you are the soul and I am the super soul. In the sense, the soul and the super soul are Krishna, the God and living entity is different. We might be qualitatively same, but quantitatively achinta beta beta. So Krishna is breaking the principle of Mayavadism here by saying that we are not one, we are 2. There is never a time when I did not exist, nor you. So he is splitting the soul from the super soul, saying that we both are different 2 living entities. Like a green bird going to a green tree, it cannot merge like the Mayavadis say that we merge to Brahmajyoti after death. No, we cannot do that. A fish enter into the water, bubbles may merge. That is Mayavadi principle. But a fish enjoys the rasa in the ocean of transcendent bliss, like devotees enjoy in the ocean of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So a green parrot in a green tree, from far it looks like, oh, they have become one. But as you go nearby, there is an individuality for the bird, individuality for the tree. So here, Mayavadism is broken. What is the second thing Krishna is breaking? Raghunath Prabhu. Anybody else? That is one thing. Impersonalism is broken in this sloka. What else? One more. Quick.
God is formless.
Huh? God is?
Formless.
God is actually having a form. Oh, but he's breaking God is formless form, the feature. But that is again Mayavadism, no? There's one more. I did not exist. You can get the clue there. There was never a time when I did not exist.
Eternality of the living entity.
Yes, eternity of living entity is fine. Atheism is also broken here. See, atheists, what are the atheists say? God doesn't exist.
Supreme eternal of all the living beings.
Yeah, Krishna himself says here, never there was a time when I did not exist. In the sense, Krishna exists. So atheists or the non-devotees say that God doesn't exist. Huh? But then Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, I exist. So Krishna is breaking the principles there. Yeah, Krishna and the living entities, both were always there. We are eternal. So these are the 2 theories. If you go read the purport of sloka number 12, you can see in the, I think, the third purport, 3rd paragraph, Krishna says the Mayavadi theory after liberation. Okay, it's been broken not supported here by Krishna. That is one theory. And second is, again, atheist theory. Okay, these two theories are rejected in this sloka. So Krishna is refuting Mayavadism here and atheism here. Okay, you got it? Both. Any doubts regarding this? You understood how Krishna is breaking Mayavadism and also atheism, right? Okay. So the Supreme Personality Godhead is a supreme individual person, and Arjuna, the Lord's eternal associate, and all the kings assembled there are individual eternal persons. It's not that they did not exist as individuals in the past, and it's not that they will not remain eternal persons. The individuality existed in the past, present, and even in future, and the individuality will continue in the future with our interaction. Therefore, there is no cause for lamenting. So Krishna is like, why are you thinking that I'm going to kill Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, the cousins? They always exist. You're seeing the body, right? Even if you kill Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya, they both are old. There are two possibilities for Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya. Either they might go to heavenly planets and get a heavenly body, or they will get a spiritual body. They will get liberated and go back to Godhead. So both the cases, you should be happy. That's what he says. So the Mayavadi theory that after liberation, the individual soul separated by the covering of Maya or illusion will merge into the impersonal Brahman and lose its individual existence is not supported herein by Lord Krishna, the supreme authority. Okay, what mukti is that called as? The Mayavadis, they want to merge into the Brahmajyoti. What mukti is that?
Sayujya Mukti.
Very good. So it has been rejected here. The Sayujya Mukti is rejected here. And nor is the theory that we only think of individuality in the conditional state is supported herein. Krishna clearly says herein, and in the future also the individuality of the Lord and the others, as it is confirmed in the Upanishads, will continue eternally. So atheism and Mayavadism is broken. So it's like a bee licking the bottle of honey. A bee can just lick the outside part, but cannot understand the rasa unless you dive into it. So Mayavadis and atheists are like that. They think that why is these people crazy about Hare Krishna all the time, hearing about Krishna? What is there in it? No, that's what the atheists and Mayavadis they think. But we are like the bees who actually, there is a bottle opener who's a spiritual master, and we dive into the nectar of devotional service. But a bee licking outside the bottle will not actually understand the taste of honey. I'll just stop with this sloka, very important sloka. So we can discuss this sloka in the next class also, in the beginning. Very, very important sloka to memorize also. Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tada dehandara prakti tiras tatrana mukhyati. As the embodied soul. So you need to memorize 3 slokas from chapter 1 to 6 for your sloka exam. So 3 slokas you can select. You can start learning sloka from now. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes to another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So what is happening? The body keeps changing, but the soul doesn't change. The soul is the one and the same. And then what happens after death? So as the soul is changing from a boy's body to the youth to adult, similarly after death, the soul just transmigrate, right? It moves from one body and goes to another body. So why should we lament or we get attached to the body? So that doesn't mean we can laugh again whenever there is death in our family or a relative. No, we should be practical in the sense we should not go for depression thinking that, oh, that person have gone forever. No, it's actually the soul, right? But we are seeing actually the body. So this is very important to understand that the soul and the super soul both resides in the Lord is as Paramatma in our heart, right? Which form of Vishnu is there in our heart as Paramatma? Super soul.
Chaturbuj form.
Two-handed form.
Two-handed form, yes, but which Vishnu? Kshirodakshay Vishnu, okay? So Kshirodakshay Vishnu. And what is the size of super soul? Explain.
That of a thumb.
1 by 10,000.
10,000 of tip of the hair.
10,000 tip of the hair is the size of the soul. I'm asking
size of the thumb.
Thumb, he became the size of the thumb when he entered Uttara's womb to save Parikshit Maharaj from Brahmastra of Ashwathama. That was not the size actually.
7 inch, I think.
Huh?
7 inch, Mataji.
Almost close, 8 inch. It's given in Bhagavatam that the size of the super soul is the distance between the thumb and the ring finger. Thumb and the ring finger. So that's the size 8 inch, almost saying given in form on a living entity and a human, the size of Yes, he came as the size of the thumb for Uttara's womb, as Prabhu mentioned. But so, what is the size of the soul? 1/10,000, the tip of the hair. Keshagra Shada Bhagasya. Kesha Agra, the end of the hair. Just take one hair and divide it into 10,000 parts. No? So minute. You can't actually see the soul. So Prabhupada says Bhishma and Drona, being noble souls, were surely going to have spiritual body in the next life, or at least life in heavenly bodies for superior enjoyment of material existence. So there is no cause of lamenting. Okay, so the soul is situated in which part of our body?
Heart.
Heart. Hridi sannivishtam. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hridesh arjuna tishthit. So what happens during a heart transplant then? You're taking a heart and putting another heart.
Soul stays as it is.
Prabhu, you're taking the heart out, right? Soul of that person and keeping another heart.
Soul doesn't stay in the physical biological heart. It is there in that Hriday is not the biological heart. It is that heart reason.
What is that heart?
It parks itself somewhere else in our body, Mataji.
So it says heart is the sitting position of the soul. Now what happens during, so it is there in the heart is actually the, it is the place where the soul is actually resting, right? But then during heart transplantation, as you said, yes, where is it going now?
It's not going anywhere because heart and chakra, heart chakra is different.
There is no heart chakra.
It just moves elsewhere, Mataji.
Yeah, where? It moves where?
Somewhere in the forehead, I think.
Okay, so that means after transplantation, then what happens? So what about the soul of the person who is giving the heart or that? What about that, Mamta Mataji?
I don't know, Mataji. That one. Yeah.
This is even in Science of Self-Realization. Yeah, Ramananda Prabhu. This is given in Science of Self-Realization. There's a conversation between Prabhupada and the heart surgeon. Okay, so as Prabhu said, yes, the heart might be a biological an organ, and soul is where it actually rests, the heart. So now when you take heart from a dead person, so it says that there are pancha vayus in our the body. There is a prana. So there are 5 types of air. It leaves at different timings. So, okay, in that case, then where is the soul in the plants? The plant doesn't have a heart, no? Why all are quiet?
Yeah. So for human beings or for the entities who have hearts, soul stays in the heart. For other entities, for other entities, it stays somewhere in the being. I don't know where.
Yes, Prithvi Mataji, where does it stay? In a plant and a tree.
Mataji, consciousness is the characteristic of a soul, Mataji, as mentioned.
Yes, consciousness is the characteristics. But where is the soul? The soul has to be there somewhere, in the plant, not roots.
In the stem, Mataji?
Not stem. So what
root, Mataji?
Not in the root. No, not in the root. So what
Mataji?
Yeah, when you actually, yes, the life airs, very good. So there are 5 kinds of life airs in us, okay? Prana, apana, all that. So when the soul leaves the body, the super soul also leaves. The super soul also leaves. So when they leave together, what happens? Immediately, a person is not declared dead. Even if you go to the hospital or where, you can't say immediately that person died. Okay, immediately. No, slowly. You've seen, like for those who have seen, like they take a last breath and then, except it's in a heart attack or an accident or something. If it's a natural death, or then old age or something, slowly it leaves. Like suddenly they take a breath and then they goes again. The pupil may not have dilated. There will be again feeble pulse. The doctors, they take time to declare death. So that's why they declare after 1 hour, 1.5 hours, because the air, the vayu goes slowly. So those who have heart, as Prabhu said, the living entities, animals and everyone, the soul is residing in that heart. It's like a chamber where it's a place where the soul is residing. So that's the reason why heart is said to be the energy center, because consciousness is coming. There's the characteristics of the soul. Now, when the soul is sitting in that heart, and we take heart from a dead person in the sense brain dead or death, in few hours, the organs have to be taken out. Okay. So when it is taken, the soul is already gone, right? The soul is from the dead person means the soul have already transmigrated. So what you're taking out is just an organ, just a myocardium, the muscles. Okay, it's just made up of flesh and bone, flesh. That's it. And so you take the heart. Now you take the heart from this person who's getting operated. That time, as Mataji said, the soul just shifts the place. From the heart, it goes near the eyebrows area. Okay, from this part. It rests for some time till the operation is done. You take the defective heart and put a nice heart, and then the soul comes back and resides. Like example given by Prabhupada is, you have a chair. Okay, and my chair leg is broken. So now what to do? I have to get up when the carpenter comes. The carpenter comes and repairs my chair, changes this chair and put a new chair. Till that, I go and sit somewhere else. And once the carpenter have repaired my chair, I come back and sit back in my chair. Similarly, when the carpenter like cardiac surgeon comes and repairs the chair like heart, the soul moves from that place. And for some time, and unless and until. So that means the organ which you're taking, there is no soul in that organ, because that's already gone. That soul have already gone, left. So this is a purse. So you have heard about near-death experience or out-of-body experience, like a person who's been given general anesthesia. He could recollect what all happened in the operation theater. So there is something called consciousness, which actually is beyond our capacity to understand. So this is one thing. And for plants, those who don't have the heart, the living entities, these 5 air will concentrate in one place. That's the place. It might be root, it might be stem, it might be flower. It keeps rotating the air. Okay, the 5 types of vayu keep rotating. And wherever the 5 types of air concentrate the most, that's where the soul is present, actually, it is said. So we cannot see the soul. We cannot kill the soul. We cannot think about it. But then we have to accept, because there's a lot of, and also there is something called past life experience, in the sense you are able to, some are able to remember the past life. Okay, have anyone heard about Shanti Devi? Where even Mahatma Gandhi was interested in her case.
Yes, Mataji, we have heard.
So she was,
yes.
Yeah, Mamta
She was the incarnation of somebody's, right? And
yeah, so she could remember, right, her previous life. So she was 10 years old, and 9 years back, a person's wife, she died of childbirth. So her child was 10-year-old. No, she was 9-year-old, and child was 10-year-old, and she could recollect everything what happened. She went to that village, and she could identify her husband, her son, and everyone there. She could say everything. And Mahatma Gandhi was so interested in her case, the reincarnation of Shanti and Devi. And then he sent a group of doctors and scientists to research on this reincarnation, and they came to know this is the same soul which have reincarnated in another body. So she was able to remember everything what happened in her previous lives. That's not possible for all of us, because mind is in the subtle body, right? Some deep impression, like somebody is born with birthmarks. No, that children could remember some things. Like you have a birthmark that would be for a gunshot from your previous life. So sometimes some deep impressions in the mind will be carried to the next life. Not every time, but then soul is actually very, very, what do you say, the topic which can be discussed for a long time. But I'll stop discussion here, and we can take it to the next class, little more on the discussion on the soul part. Okay, going to another body. Any other question? No. Super soul is not residing in the soul, Mataji. Soul is 1 by 10,000, the part tip of the hair, Prithvi Mataji. But the super soul and soul are like 2 birds on the same tree, same branch of a tree. In the sense, they are not situated within each other. In our heart, soul is also there, super soul is also there, right? So they are 2 different living entities. It's not soul is in, super soul is inside soul. No, soul is different. And the Upanishads mention they're like 2 birds sitting in the stem of the same tree, and one bird is busy eating the fruit, that is the living entity who's doing the karma, and the second bird is witnessing, the watching, or he's a witness, the super soul is a witness. And whichever body we take in 4 lakh species of life, whichever body we take, Krishna comes as Paramatma in every body. How merciful Krishna is. You reject him 100 times, 84 lakh janmas, we rejected him. We didn't bother about him. But Krishna is so merciful. How will you feel when you go to somebody's house and you've been ignored? Twice you go, thrice you go, fourth time you'll never mind to go to that house. But Krishna, so merciful, he has come even when we came as a worm or a hog or whatever abominable life we were. We now came as Paramatma. He was so much. So the soul and the super soul are two different living entities. I mean, you can't say the soul is within the super soul or super soul is within soul. They're like two birds in the tree, Mataji. That's the analogy given. That means two different living entities. But immediately the soul leaves, the super soul also leaves. So, you know, sometimes the IVF pregnancy and all fails, right? Why? Because Krishna is the one who's actually depositing the soul in the sperm. So, which day onwards there is the soul in the fetus? From which day? Yes, Mamta Mataji?
Yes, the same time when we conceive the baby.
At the day of conception, right? So at that time itself, any other view? But some say like you can do abortion before 20 weeks, you can do abortion before 3 months of pregnancy. There is no harm for it because there is no soul. That's what they say. But if there is no soul, how is it growing? How is it growing? So from the day of conception, in the sense, a Lord deposits the soul in the sperm of the father, and based on the karma, based on our desires, we have pushed into the semen of the father, and it's been pushed to the mother's womb. And that day onwards, the day one, at the time of conception itself, there is a soul. Otherwise, if there is no soul, there's no growth. Growth is the symptom of the soul, right? So how can you say that I can abort in 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks? Or it's a sin because you are actually we don't have a right to take away the life of a person, anybody, right? That's sinful, very much sinful. So whatever the reason might be, even if there is medical termination of pregnancy, everything is allowed because of mother's health and child's health and so many other reasons. There is karma binding. Yes, there is karma. So from day one, there is a soul, and then there is a growth happening, right? So based on karma, we are pushed into this material world, into different species. So we have 84 lakh species, Janma, and human form is considered to be very, very rare. Why? Durlabha Manusha Janmam, right? It's considered to be very rare. Why is human form considered very rare?
Because you can do devotional service only in this
because we have consciousness.
Yes,
we have consciousness.
But devotional service, Prabhu, even an animal can do devotional service. Gajendra have done devotional service. There is a rat who actually went inside the temple during some Kartik month, and yeah, you heard that story. So even squirrel could support Lord Ram to build the bridge. So even in animal form, you can do devotional service. But yes, as Prabhu said, serious devotional service to understand the absolute truth is possible in human form. But
like
why is it said
Guru, Shastra, that is not possible. In
Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, all that is not possible.
And also we can inquire.
Inquire about the absolute truth. Adado Brahma Jityasa, that's possible only in human form. Intelligence, even dolphins are very intelligent actually.
We can have a personal relationship with Krishna.
Personal relationship. Okay, even the cows in Vrindavan had a personal relationship with Krishna. Even in an animal form, it's possible. If you have become an associate of Krishna. Rarity means what?
We can search.
Thato Brahma Jigyasa.
4 lakh species are there in.
Adata Brahma Jigyasa, it's fine, Prabhu. Yeah, I understand.
Intelligence.
Only 4 lakh species are there.
Yes, who said that? Nagini Mataji said?
Yes, Mataji.
Haribol, yes. So out of 84 lakh species of life, Chatur Lakshani Manava, there's only 4 lakhs human. Only. Why I'm saying only? Because Jalaja Navalakshani in what do you say? In
Aquatic.
Yeah, aquatic, Jalaja. Aquatics, there are 9 lakh species. In the trees, there are, I think, 10, or birds, there are 12. So when you say see the species numbers, the lowest is human, 4 lakh. Okay, and why is this 4 lakh? We are all Homo sapiens, right? Why is this 4 lakhs? Based on what is this 4 lakh? Based on
Consciousness.
consciousness, very good. Then
Consciousness, intelligence,
consciousness,
intelligence.
intelligence, yeah, intelligence or consciousness, you can say. What else? The
Bodily
form.
features.
Yeah, bodily features in the sense of form. Okay, the consciousness also there are Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jivamaya, Anandamaya, all these koshas, the consciousness based on consciousness, and the form. We doesn't look like Africans. We doesn't look like some other part of the world, like people. So based on that, also the form. Also there are 84 lakhs. Also it is said it's not only in this universe. So it proves there are life in other universes also. All right, all the other planetary system. So it's very rare to get a human form. So the soul, after transmigrating 84 lakh species, has come to this form, and now we should be very, very careful or serious in spiritual life. In a sense, once you have come here, then no more going back, right? It will save you from great dangers of going to animal form of life. So I'll stop here. Any other discussion on the soul part, you can all go through yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, Mataji, Atma and Paramatma, that soul and super soul, both are residing in our heart, right? But some theory says that only Jivatma is there. But we says that Jivatma and Paramatma both are in our, like two birds, as you told. But where it is, where is Jivatma and where is Paramatma in our body stays?
That's what heart. Both are in the heart, but only thing is they are like two birds in the. Okay, so no, both are in the heart, soul and super soul, but they are in the like birds in the truth. That's given in the Upanishads, Mataji. Soul and super soul both are there. Super soul is actually a witness. The soul cannot exist without super soul. Cannot exist. Once the soul leaves, the super soul also leaves. Tapas Prabhu. You can unmute, Prabhu.
The human form of life only we can elevate spiritually, but in any other form of life we cannot actually elevate ourselves spiritually.
Yes.
I think that's the main difference.
Yes. So spiritually elevation, yes, because as others, Prabhu said, yes, Adada Brahma Jityasa, to inquire about the absolute truth, to go to a spiritual master, to study Shastras, all this is possible only in human form, right? In animal form, yes, they can also do devotional service, like Shivananda Sena was feeding the dog, which followed the Sankirtan party, and then the dog also got delivered. So even animals can take part in devotional service, but they cannot be serious. They cannot. Why Gajendra is an example? Because he was Indradumna Maharaj in previous life. So he have done devotional service so much in his previous life, because devotional service is a continuation, right? We are not here to be doing devotional service for the first time. All of us, you're all chanting 16 rounds. It's not possible in one life. Definitely, we had some connection with some devotees. We had some association. We had done some Ajnata Sukritis, and we have come to here in this platform of Krishna consciousness. And some of you are initiated. We have got a guru. All this is because of previous punyas from previous life. So definitely it's a continuation. And by mercy of Vaishnavas, mercy of Krishna, we've got this. So elevation of spiritual life, yes, it's possible only in human form of life. Yes, Siddharth Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
One more thing which I don't know whether it is right or not is that animal in the animal kingdom, it is supposed to be a bhogo yoni, and so it's karma. There is no karma, in fact, so they don't do any fresh karma. They can't do, whereas we can do fresh karma.
Yes,
so I think that's the main difference. Right.
Yeah. So that means animals, based. So how is it going to the animal form? Getting a human form, and you do some sinful activities, and we go to abominable form of animal life. But in animal life, as Prabhu said, Jiva Jivasya Jivanam, one living entity has to depend on another living entity for food. So a lion killing a deer for its food, there is no karma binding there. There is no karma. Because animals, they are not having that intelligence to differentiate what is right, what is wrong. But in a human platform, in a human form of life, we have that discriminative power and intelligence to understand, right? So it is said in it said that Aharam Nidra Bhayamaidunam Cha Samani Edat Pashudir Narana Dharmo Hitesho Adiko Vishesho Dharma Nihina Pashudir Samana. So Ahara Nidra Bhayamaidunam, eating, mating, sleeping, and defending, equal for animals and humans. But what is that which differentiates us from animals is dharma. That is our devotional service to the Lord. So if we don't have dharma, if we don't follow that, then dharme nihina pashubir samana. We are also like polished animals. We are like two-legged animals, as Prabhupada says. We are also eating, they are also eating, we are sleeping, they are sleeping, they are mating, defending, all that. But this dharma part differentiates human from. So the soul getting a human form, very, very rare. And in that, very rare to get devotee association, very rare to get a spiritual master. So how fortunate we are to come in the parampara from Srila Prabhupada. So fortunate to come here, right? So we should always be grateful. It says that every day we should be grateful to Krishna for all the blessings he has given us. So in that way, we won't be counting our defects. We see our blessings around, right? So we should be serious. So because of some reason, some of you are not able to take initiation because the husband is not devotee, the family cooks non-veg, so many reasons. But you follow your principles. And it is said that if you have a desire to get initiated, you are already initiated. In the sense, if you follow the guru, if you follow his instructions, right, Srila Prabhupada takes care of you. So you just have to be sincere. And then Krishna is Paramatma in our heart. And as Mataji said, how is that Paramatma? In the scriptures also it is said, right? There is a Paramatma in our heart. And without Paramatma, the soul cannot exist alone. So, okay, any other discussion or can we stop here? So those who are on Sunday batch, for few weeks, we might have your classes on Saturday. Sorry for the inconveniences caused till Shri Lakshmi Mataji is back to service. Till that, we will have on Saturdays, if that is okay with all of you. No other inconveniences caused. Mataji, did many join from Sunday batch? If we have any issues, please let me know. We can split the batch. But what happens Sunday morning, we always have a Sunday program in the temple. We are very busy on Sundays. So no much teachers are available. But if it's available, then I'll shift the batch to Sunday, or else we'll have a club batch. Okay, till then. Okay, sadhana chart, please fill your sadhana chart. Very important. And Bhakti Vriksha Mataji, the Sunday group have Bhakti Vriksha.
Yes, Mataji, they are doing very well. All
of you have to read through the book, okay, through the purports. I'll be just running and rushing through the purports. If you have any doubts, you can come back. We can discuss in the next class, okay? Thank you, Nandita Mataji, for joining.
Mataji, what is our reading assignment for this week, please?
Yeah, till 24. So that verse 14 to 24.
24. Thank you, Mataji.
24. Yeah, 10 slokas. That would be nice because that part is going to be difficult about soul, different features of the soul. So better make it 25. You can read up to 25 and come. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Vanchakalpadrupasya Kripasamudevasya Patidana Pavaneva Vaishnava Vaishnava Prabhupada ki.